beautiful right hand. Corral's in trouble.
Finish! Corral on his back! TJ Dillashaw!
The first UFC title for Team Alpha Male. What a moment. What an incredible moment.
Recognize the enemy. He went running from you guys. Uriah took him out of school, built him up. Dwayne comes in, takes over, and then takes the champion.
And they were asking TJ, like, what's going on? And he was like, you know, I'm staying here, I'm Team Alpha Male. So he straight lied to my face. I think TJ is a piece of the way that he conducts himself as a teammate, as a person, his morals, his loyalty is very questionable.
I've traveled the world and continue to make gains with new coaches. They're stuck in their gym because it's Team Alpha Male versus everyone.
But this has been a master class in footwork and movement from the former champion. He's continuing to get better. This is the best we've ever seen TJ.
Garbrandt has been a knockout artist of the highest order in his MMA career.
Garbrandt stops Marcus Brimage!
Almeida's out!
Cody Garbrandt, nothing short of spectacular.
Bantamweight title on the line.
Good head movement by Cody Garbrandt, mocking Dominic. Oh, he tagged him. Oh! He is talking trash to Dominic and laughing at him. This is awesome.
I lost, and I'm going to take it like a man. Because he's still got to fight another guy who comes from Alpha Male who's just as angry as I am.
It's very rewarding to be able to finally end that chapter with Dominic Cruz for myself, but also for my team. I pride myself on being a proud Team Alpha Male member. Now we're at a bigger foe in TJ.
Instantly when Cody won, I knew this stuff between me and Team Alpha Male was gonna perfectly line me up to get my belt back. He's holding on to his vengeance. Uriah's in his ear. He's turned this whole Team Alpha Male thing into his.
If you have a problem with someone, you confront them.
You know, Cody's a hothead. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
TJ's a generic version of Dominic Cruz. It's no different when I deal with Dominic what I'm gonna do to TJ. You're like a prostitute on the corner bouncing around from gyms. It's gonna be lights, camera, action, Madison Square Garden. We're gonna put on a great show at the Mecca of fighting. There's a lot on the line for both of us.
I'm the best in the world, and I'm gonna go out there and prove it.
I plan on a vicious knockout to retain the title first round.
That's my belt! I want my belt back!
A belt at present, but for my money, this is still one of the best pound-for-pound mixed martial artists on the planet. The former UFC bantamweight king, now #2 in the world, TJ Dillashaw.
I agree with you 100%, and I think he brought a lot of skills to the table, but that man behind him, Wayne Bang Ludwig, is responsible for a massive amount of his development. The bond that those two men have is very special and incredibly beneficial to TJ. He has learned from the wealth of knowledge that Bang took from Boss Rutan and all of his coaches, and it just serves him amazingly well.
Dillashaw has entered this prep point brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. So DC 14th UFC appearance for TJ Dillashaw here tonight. Now this fight initially scheduled for UFC 213 in July, and the extra time has only served to build this fight.
Yeah, he's built a great camp around himself. He's wrestling with guys like Aaron Pico. He's training with all these guys down in Southern California and getting better. Now, the thing about this fight is TJ Dillashaw has actually gotten better by leaving Team Alpha Male. So whereas the team has gotten mad at him for walking away, if you watched him in the fight against John Lineker, he looked way better than he ever has. So how do you blame a guy for going out and finding a better situation for him?
Yeah, and he really did diffuse Lineker. Was one of the scariest guys in the division. Lineker was completely ineffective against TJ, and it's because of his footwork, his movement, and all the knowledge that he's accumulated, both from Alpha Male and since.
Phenomenal striker, obviously, I think that goes without saying, but the far more offensive grappler in this equation. 21 takedowns secured in this division. His 12 submission attempts tied for the most in the division's history, so might be an advantage.
And what may be a factor also is the diversity of his attack. He'll kick a lot more. He'll do a lot more different things, whereas Cody's incredibly boxing-oriented.
TJ Dillashaw back training in Southern California. Back with Mark Munoz, his old wrestling coach. We'll see if Dillashaw can get one he wants in the worst way here tonight. So here he is, the proud Ohio native, proud Team Alpha male rep, and the undefeated UFC bantamweight champion, Cody Garbrandt, DC. It's been a long 11 months. Tonight he puts his belt on the line for the first time.
You know, he's back to defend his championship and in the perfect atmosphere for Cody Garbrandt. He wanted to fight TJ Dillashaw. He gladly carries the alpha male flag on his back. He told the guys with TJ love, don't worry about it. You have upgraded. I am better. He feels like he put the Dominic Cruz rivalry in the rearview mirror, and today he puts an end to the TJ Dillashaw nightmare from Team Alpha Male. Cody Garbrandt, for everything that he is a phenomenal mixed martial artist. High school state champion in Ohio as a freshman. Right. That doesn't happen very often. So he can do everything. I know he has a boxing heavy style, but he does have the ability to mix everything up as he showed against Dominic Cruz.
And no one knows the style that TJ Dillashaw is going to bring into the octagon better than this man. I mean, you're talking about a guy who didn't just train with him, but trained under the men he taught him. That is gigantic. He knows his psychology, he knows his mindset, he knows his weaknesses, he knows his strengths, he knows his secrets.
And that performance against Dominic Cruz at UFC 207, I know, Joe, you talked a lot about Dillashaw against Renan Barão. That's one of the greatest championship performances by an underdog challenger we've ever seen.
Absolutely.
So here is Cody No Love Garbrandt, 11-0. This is a plus athlete. DC mentioned the wrestling credentials. This is a guy who had 150 tackles as a middle linebacker in Ohio at 135 pounds. So Cody Garbrandt, TJ Dillashaw. It sounds trite, but it just does not get a whole lot better than this, ladies and gentlemen. The